Hello and welcome to Justice What's First weekly news roundup, where we give you the news from the previous week about stories that you may have missed and stories that you should know about. Our first story is about another police killing which took place yesterday on the 25th of August. A elderly person was walking down the street, I'm assuming, and was ran over by a police car who was on a 999 call. The case has been passed over to the IPCC, which means no prosecution will take place. This story only comes after a YouTube video which was uploaded showing once again a police officer driving erratically, putting a member of the public's lives in danger. So far this year there has been 3 deaths involving police vehicles. The next story is about thought crime. Not only do we have all these conspiracy laws which are overused and abused today, but according to the Met chief, he says that he does not care why you are arrested. This follows a statement from him after the Met police arrested 656 people in preparation for the Notting Hill Carnival Festival in London. This shows how fascist this government has become when they think that they can arrest you for no reason just because they think that you may commit a crime in the future. This is very, very dangerous. The next story is a perfect example on how cruel and heartless the police have become in this country. Picture this. You're driving in your car and you're involved in a car crash. And then you're told that the 2 people traveling in your car, your wife and your son, had just been killed. Instead of the police helping this man who had just lost his wife and his child, they arrested him and put him in a police cell. Can you imagine how much pain he must have been in? He was later found not guilty of dangerous driving or causing death of his wife and child. He said that the incarceration of him that night was disgusting. It was horrible being locked up like that. My daughter was in hospital where I wanted to be with her. I was numb. I had nothing to say to them. It was just like voices in the background. I was in deep shock. All I could see were the faces of my family. The next story is about a police officer who denies an assault charge after she tasered a race relationship advisor who was 64 years old, even though the whole assault was captured on camera. This once again shows how racist the police force are. But not only that, it shows the lack of respect for, once again, an elderly person. As if 2 police officers cannot contain a 64-year-old man. He was not behaving violently or erratically. It also shows in the video how the police are demanding for this person's ID, even though there is no laws stating that he has to give the police his ID. This is another form of fascism, just being imposed onto the general public.
The way I felt backward on my back and head, and you know, I just paralyzed. I thought that was it. That my mind is up in, I thought they would taking my life. I'm not telling you my name. You would have thought one guy.
Yeah, don't worry, man.
I'm not threatening you. I'm telling you, if you put on for me, I'm going to defend myself. This is not the first time you've done it.
We'd like to know who you are.
I'm not telling you my name.
Why not?
Because it's now right. You want to look at somebody, you go and ensure that you identify who this is.
You look like Royston McKellar.
I tell you, if you taser me, you'll probably kill me, and it's going to cost you a hell of a lot.
Right, I need you to stay calm.
I'm not telling you my name. I am not telling you my name.
Well, we
I've
might
done no wrong. So you
We
can't
might
know my
have
name.
no choice then but to arrest you.
Go on then.
Because we believe you're
Yeah.
Royston McKellar, who is wanted at the moment.
Yeah,
You're not willing to tell me your name.
No, I'm not telling you my name.
So how do I know you're not Royston McKellar?
Because you don't know who you're fucking talking to now. Leave me alone and go about my business.
You're not telling me
Fella,
who
I've
you are.
asked you to remain calm.
You're going to
Right?
call me. Your sergeant is going to cut part of the taser me for
Stay
whatever
still,
reason.
stay
My
still.
hands are there, my back.
Yeah, you've got
I've my
keys,
in my
you've got
hand.
keys in
I've
your
got my
hands.
keys, man. I've got
Alright.
He's going to his house. That's his house there. He's got his keys in his. Don't fucking take that as a threat. Seriously. I got my keys in my pocket. Yeah, he's one of my neighbours. He's a lovely guy. He's one of my neighbours. I see him every day walking his dog. He's a lovely bloke.
Go on, take me out. Come on, bro.
He's the kind of person we want around here. Friendly neighbours.
You're going to do what?
Leave him alone.
Put that fucking on him for me. Put that fucking on.
Look, just chill out and go home, mate.
Enough in my fucking life now. Leave me alone.
You know, he's...
You understand now? You're driving on your way and you come back and tormenting me. Because you're a fucking racist. You are a You're not doing your job. You're not doing your job.
Are you Royston?
I have no right to fucking, I do not know where to go. Leave me a fucking alone.
What is your name, please?
Fuck you. Mother.
What is your name?
If you think it's him, what do you... Oi. Oi.
Calm down.
Listen.
He's just trying to get into his house.
What was the real?
Leave him alone. Yeah, you just grabbed him.
That's wrong. What's happened?
Taser!
Oi.
Right, you've been tasered, okay?
That was totally
Stay calm,
unnecessary.
Alright?
Totally uncalled for and unnecessary. Completely.
Okay, you're under arrest.
And that's on video.
By
He
the
was trying to
public
fight.
He wasn't trying to fight, he was trying to get into his house. Actually. And you started it. You made physical contact first, and it's on video.
You better take me to the hospital now.
I think you better, yeah. Do
My colleague.
you want to call an ambulance?
70-year-old. I'm nearly 70-year-old.
The next video shows two children being brutally assaulted by the police. But more worrying is, it shows a police officer who decides to chase down a member of the public who was filming the incident. If the police are not held accountable by themselves, or if the IPCC will not hold the police accountable, then it's the job for the public to hold the public servants accountable. And the only tool that we have is our mobile phone. If they take away that, then bad things will happen.
Look at what he's doing.
I've got a fucking lad at home and he's home.
Listen to me.
Listen. Oi!
Get go.
Get off! Get off!
Yo, Joe Road.
Listen.
Yo, Joe. Yo, chill out. Yo, the knee in him. Stop moving your hand. Relax your hand. You filming this? No. Right, so you're mad. Don't be coming after me. Check this
This has got police brutality. Just been licking man up and that, kicking him in the face and that. Now they try to chase me a lot more pits. Are you fucking mad? Man, check this video, look. Man, please just get this video rapid, save it.
The next story is about two solicitors who were jailed for falsifying legal documents. One solicitor committed fraud of up to £20,000, and the other solicitor helped her to commit this fraud by providing false witness statements. Just like the police, the solicitors and lawyers and judges are protected by the system. It is very, very rare that these public servants are ever prosecuted or charged or face any oversight. So this is some good news. The last story, which is a positive story, is a video which was uploaded onto YouTube recently, which shows a ex-war veteran confronting his local police force and mayor after the police killed a 23-year-old unarmed man. This video shows how people can organize and a community can come together and try and keep these public servants held accountable. This is what we're trying to do with Justice Watch.
This officer here. I had to have a very intelligent conversation with him about what it is that was going on. Very intelligent conversation. And it took a couple hours for that to go viral. And for everybody to start talking about what it is they were going to do and everything like that. Whether or not you understand it, there are people like myself who have their hands on the reins. I came up here to talk to you and to you so that those hands could still be on those reins. Now, if you think for one fucking second that I'm going to sit here and still keep that same demeanor while you're kicking folks out and telling them you're not going to speak and bring the damn turtles in here to start pushing people out, you got another thing coming. I promise you, as green as your guys are, and as seasoned as a couple of your guys are, my guys are that much more seasoned. Let's not do that. Give people the opportunity to speak. I understand you want to be respectful. That's cool. It's not a bad request. Give people the opportunity to speak. And you, man, if you don't get your hands around some of these guys' throats and yank them the hell off of other people, everything that happens is going to fall on him, but the majority of that responsibility rests on your shoulders. Make no mistake about it. When everything is written, when everything is done, everybody's going to look at you and say, why the hell didn't you act? The guy that you have suspended for whatever unknown amount of days, fire him. He's a shitbag. And it's obvious. It's not something that anybody has to guess at. You don't have to wait for anything. You know that. He's a shitbag. And to give you a preview, and then I'm going to shut up and walk away, but to give you a preview of what it is that we're coming after next, okay? Very soon, next couple of months, and I expect you to do everything you can to approve it. We're going to make it so that if your officers engage anybody without a body camera, they're to be reprimanded, fired. If your officers pull up on anybody else without their dash cam on for whatever reason, I don't care if he wants to check on and ask the guy if he's got tickets to the game. If he pulls up on the guy without his damn dash cam on, get rid of his ass. You know why? Because that's accountability. And when you don't have accountability, you have people that run wild. Hold your men accountable before something bad happens. Because nobody here is in the mindset of letting them get beat the hell up, shot, or anything else. Because I ain't going to do it. I promise you that. The last, or the time that happened, on 2/22nd, you had 2 of your officers follow me home. 2 of them. I don't give a shit. I carry, and I'm probably a better shot than they are. So I'm not going to have it. You run up on me or mine with some bullshit, and listen, if I got caught doing something I have no business doing, I have no problem. I go through the process. It is what it is. Okay? I'm not saying take your hands off people when they've done something wrong. I'm not saying that. But quit putting hands on people that have it. Because in case y'all didn't know, an unlawful arrest is the same thing as assault. You have the right to defend yourself and defend yourself vigorously from any assault, from any person. That's self-preservation.
Yes, sir.
Put your people in check. Not next month. Not a little while from today.
What about this officer that's still on the street who killed Luke Stewart?
Easy. And I'm glad you said that. This guy's a former Marine. I know some Marines. Okay? It's not that. It's not just that. Hell, I was trained to kill. I don't run around finding people to beat the hell up on. I don't run around finding targets to shoot. But let me tell you what I saw this guy doing. He shoots a guy. He's taking his... I know not one damn combat Marine ever, one combat soldier ever, who acts like that even after firing their weapon. Unless they done some shit they have no business doing. Amen. You take that to anybody to analyze that man's state of mind, I promise you, you find any professional
But
that
the
you
chief
want,
cleared him.
any professional that you want, and they will tell you that that man's scared. And he's not scared because he had to defend himself.
The other officer said,
Hell, we have a joke. What's the first thing you feel when you pull the trigger? Recoil. We have a joke that goes like that. He wasn't scared because he had to take a man's life in self-defense. He was scared because he knew he fucked up and he was wondering if he was going to get caught.
Right.
well, no, her son, that's why I like that.
You take that to anybody you want to have that tape analyzed. Okay? Anybody you want to. And they're going to tell you the same thing.
Why didn't they analyze it already?
The same thing. It's not that nobody wants this to become violent. I
say
don't.
nothing.
I'm a man who has had to be violent. I don't want this to become violent. My family lives here. I have friends that come here. I have friends that live here. I don't want this to become violent. But it will. It will. We got to do something, man. We got to do something. Let's get it done. Let's get it done.
These people love Euclid. You know what I mean? All these people here love Euclid. You know what I mean? Why would you take this and destroy it?
Will the Justice Department investigate this?
She's showing it.
You see that bruise on Luke's face? You see that bruise on Luke's face? This insinuates Luke was beat. I'm going to go back to this page right here. This is his autopsy, the 2 pages, just the front 2. It shows that he had minor blunt force injuries. I'm going to flip over to the next page, where it says, on arrival, officers approached the vehicle and observed the driver, later identified as said Luke Orlando Stewart, at 18206. I won't go over our address, apparently asleep in the driver's seat. Officers attempted to wake this man and said Luke Orlando Stewart woke and attempted to flee. You have an officer who, one, did not cut on his blue and red lights, just a white light. They're in navy blue with a skull cap on. You don't know if it's somebody trying to rob you or what's going on. We're going to keep coming here and we're going to keep fighting until that officer is taken off the street. Right now, we're not asking that he be fired, but we are asking that he be off the streets immediately, pending this investigation.
Absolutely.
It's a smack in the face and a kick in the ass to have him out here. You acted kind of swiftly with the Hubbard case. However, after all his infractions, he still has his job. One would ask you, Mayor, what does it take to get fired at Euclid Police Station? I might as well get a job here and just be corrupt. These questions have to be dealt with. Like this is not just family and friends, although I all feel like you all are family and friends. We canvassed your community. This is just 2 wards out of all the wards there. We're gonna hit the rest of those wards, and we're gonna lock this whole lobby up and that room. So I know nobody's running against you, so you don't feel that intimidated for your seat. But we plan on continuing this until we get you guys out of office if you don't do your jobs in office. That's a promise from me to you.